Hey, what's going on? You're tuned into the Daily Geek right here on SweetGeek.tv. I'm your host, Griffin Granberg, and today is the 13th of October, 2008. Holy moly, I had a great weekend. I hope you had a fantabulous weekend as well. Of course, you can tell my voice is a little shot. I was cheering for the CSU Rams, which of course is from the college that's just literally like a block away from our offices. I was yelling and screaming. I've actually lost my voice. But you know what? I love being here. I love, chatting it up with you. And so hopefully if you can tolerate this voice, I'm going to try to tolerate telling you the geek news. So let's get to it with story number one. It's the 25th anniversary of the first commercial cell phone call. One of the execs of Ameritech called the grandson of Alexander Graham Bell on that huge brick phone that's known as the Dynatac 8000X on the 13th, obviously, of October 1983. So congratulations, that's kind of a big deal, 25 years. Story number two, Myspace has launched Myspace MyAds, or at least what they're calling MyAds, which is basically the Facebook's ad type deal for small and medium-sized businesses. The only difference, it's not only text-based, but in fact, it's going to be like a display, like image-based. So it's definitely cool. I don't know if it's as exciting as, some of the executives for MySpace were saying, but it's definitely a good addition. They're catching up. I like that. Story number three, Microsoft has a huge announcement, something they're very excited about too, about Silverlight. Chances are they're just going to release Silverlight 2, which is a big deal because, Microsoft's been trying to go after this Flash for a long time. Because basically, Silverlight is Microsoft's Flash, if that makes any sense. And of course, Silverlight was actually used on the Olympics, which was a big win for Microsoft. So we'll have to see what they have to say today, and if it's something big, I'll make sure to let you know about it right here on the Daily Geek. Story number four, kind of a bummer story. Seesmic has let go of 7 employees. I think that's like 1/3 of their business. It's really kind of a bummer deal, but they're getting ready for the economic downturn, and I think I speak for all business owners where you would rather be hiring people, growing, moving forward, progress, rather than, buckling down and actually, kind of regressing a little bit. And firing people is just never fun. I don't know if you've ever done, but it is not fun. So I definitely feel sorry for the guy that runs Seesmic, but you know what, stuff that has to happen, and it's definitely not the first, and it's not going to be the last. So at any rate, kind of bummer news. Story number five, the Blackberry Pearl Flip 8220. Now, we've been covering this for quite a while now. It's out on T-Mobile. It's really exciting. If you want to see a review, Gizmodo has a really good one. That's why I'm linking you to it on the interesting link section on our main site, SweetGeek.tv. Let's move on to story number six, something I'm very upset about. Now, I just gave props to Verizon just a few weeks ago about how they're not going to cap internet usage like Comcast is doing. Well, Verizon Wireless comes up and they said, well, hey, we're going to start charging November 1st 3 cents per text message to the service provider. Now, there's lots of providers out there. You got to just think about how many text messages do you receive from different types of companies. I mean, you got your Twitters, your local newspapers, Facebook's doing it. I think MySpace has been doing it for a while. Maybe not, actually, but I think they were doing it for a while. Yeah, I'm not sure if they do it technically right now, but there's lots of companies that are using SMS technology, and now just think, these companies, after sending 1 million text messages, which is not crazy for even a small user base, is going to have to pay $30,000. Verizon Wireless, I think this is a bad move. I think it's a move that's going to hinder innovation. I'm definitely not digging this, and I'm going to start talking to a few people. There's a lot of people actually in Boulder that are using text message technology to figure out what we can do to fight this change, and I'll make sure to let you know about it right here on the Daily Geek. Now let's move on to story number 7, the last story of the day. Ray Kroc, if you don't know who he is, you need to know who he is, because he's the guy that made McDonald's who it is today. Now, I know some people actually want to attack him, but he's no longer with us, unfortunately. But what's really cool is the business behind McDonald's and how it expanded. The biography article that Entrepreneur.com has of Ray Kroc is just simply amazing. I think it is definitely worth your time to read. I think it's always good to be learning about how people really have succeeded. In fact, that's one of my first questions I ask anyone that I ever meet is, how'd you get to where you are today? So definitely check out that article. It's going to be in the interesting link section, of course, on our main site, SweetGeek.tv. And that is the Geek News for October 13th, 2008. I'm your host, Griffin Granberg, for the Daily Geek on SweetGeek.tv. Before I go, I just want to let you know, wherever you're at, if you're on YouTube or another video site, or if you're actually on our main site, sweetgeek.tv, why don't you let me know your comments? How can I improve this show? How can we improve Sweet Geek TV? We already got a couple of shows in production. We got a new design for sweetgeek.tv. We got some archives, since we have, I think, over 40 some episodes, which is pretty cool. So we got some of these things in the works already. We got some cool contests coming up. So make sure you're hitting subscribe. Make sure you're commenting. Let us know what you think of the show currently that we are doing right here, called the Daily Geek. And we would definitely appreciate it. We just want to make this better for you. I mean, you're spending your time, we're spending our time. We want to make sure that this is the best product for you. So if you could do that, that'd be awesome. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you right back here tomorrow.